June 19, 1953, Sing Sing Prison, New York. A husband and wife, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, were strapped into the electric chair. Their trial, allegedly selling America's biggest atomic bomb secrets to the Soviet Union. Throughout the entire trial, the couple insisted they were innocent. But deep inside a dark basement at the Pentagon, there was a file locked away that no one was allowed to see. Its name was Venona, and next to Julius Rosenberg's name, it clearly listed his real code name, Liberal. Today, we are uncovering a story of America's longest running and most secretive counterintelligence mission, the Venona Project, the operation that exposed the real enemies hiding inside the United States. Let's time travel back to 1943. On paper, the United States and the Soviet Union were allies fighting Hitler. But behind the scenes, their relationship was basically like Tom and Jerry. Stalin knew that once the war ended, America would become his biggest enemy, so he used the Soviet embassies in Washington, D.C. and New York to build one of the largest spy networks ever established inside the United States. The US Army Signal Intelligence Service realized something wasn't adding up. Secretly, they began copying thousands of encrypted Soviet messages passing through cable offices in Washington. But cracking Soviet code was supposed to be impossible. That's because they used something called a one-time pad, a secret code book where every page would only be used for a single message, then destroyed however after the message was sent. But every human-made system eventually makes mistakes. Under the intense pressure of World War II, Soviet code production factories made one catastrophic error. In their rush, they accidentally duplicated thousands of copies of the same one-time pads. In 1946, a brilliant American codebreaker named Meredith Gartner used those duplicate one-time pads to crack the first Soviet message. When he decoded it, chills ran down his spine. It wasn't an ordinary diplomatic message. It was a report sent from inside America's top-secret atomic bomb program, the Manhattan Project. America suddenly realized the enemy wasn't just overseas. There were spies hiding inside the house. One by one, the Venona files began exposing high-profile American officials. One of the biggest shock was Algarhes. He was one of the most respected and influential officials in the US State Department. But the decoded Venona message showed that he was actually a paid Soviet agent. Then investigators identified close parts from the Los Alamos nuclear laboratory along with Harry Gold. They had handed the complete blueprint of America's first atomic bomb directly to Stalin. That finally explained how the Soviet Union developed its own atomic bomb so quickly. From 1943 to 1980, the project lasted on incredible 37 years. American cryptographers successfully decoded nearly 3,000 Soviet messages. Yet during all the time, the Venona Project remained one of the world's biggest secrets. Why? Because if the United States had presented the Venona file as evidence against the Rosenberg and Moscow would have immediately realized that its supposedly unbreakable one-time pad system had been compromised. They have been changed their entire communication system overnight. That's why America was so determined to keep this extraordinary capability hidden from the Soviets. The Venona Project reminds us that history's greatest battles were not fought only on the battlefield. Some of the most important wars were fought behind closed doors across the desks of brilliant codebreakers. So why the Venona file kept secret for 50 years, or did that secrecy leave too many truth buried? Let me know what you think in the comments.